welcome to episode 3 of our Read It or Unhaul It series. I'm so excited to begin reading today. I'm in a reading mood, but I'm in a specific reading mood. But if you guys are not familiar with this series, I have FOMO. I just want to read all the books, and I don't want to miss out, but I don't have time to read all the books. So I'm giving every book on my TBR 100 to 200 pages before I decide to continue reading it or unhauling it, because even though people say, oh, this book is amazing, it might not be the book for me. I also recommend you watch my first episode to get a bit more detailed depth on this series if you're curious, and it is linked down below. So enough talking, let's get onto it. Let's pick our first book. Once again, genres are color coded, so if I'm in a specific mood for a specific book, I'll know which ball to pick. I've been reading fantasy like crazy for the past month, so we're gonna avoid green right now because I don't really want to read a fantasy at the moment. I literally just finished like 4 trilogies. So there's blue for thrillers, romance, and yellow. I haven't read a romance in a while, but we're gonna go with yellow. I haven't had a yellow ball in this series yet, so I'm curious what we'll get, and let's go with this one. As long as the lemon tree grows. This book is gorgeous. I love the colors. I love the yellow and the blue. Makes me think of Ukraine. Oh, I can't wait to get into it. I don't know anything about this book. This was my October 2022 book of the month pick, I guess. And yeah, I don't know anything about it, but we're just gonna go ahead and jump right in, because going into books blind, I don't have any expectations. I just want a good read, a good time. So that's what we're gonna do, and then I'll update you guys as soon as I can. Let's pick our bookmark. This is so cute. I got book of the month. If I have a referral code, I'll put it up here for you guys. I think you could get your first book of the month for like $5 if you use that code. But let's open it up. Forgot which books I picked out. Honestly, it's a hit or miss every month with the selection of book of the month recently. So I don't know if I'm gonna continue my subscription, but we'll see. I got 3 books this month. One was the book of the month. The second one was an add-on because I have the first book in that duology and I wanted them to look the same, because the book of the month books tend to be a lot slimmer, so I want them to look the same on my bookshelves. And then they had like this Lolly Awards or something like that, and if you are BFF status, you get a free book. So yeah, I got a free book. So the book of the month book that I picked for the month of March is Our Infinite Fates by Laura Steven. This is a fantasy. I don't know much about it, but it was the only one that sounded interesting. Once again, they're very short books. This one's like under 350 pages. It says here, if you like The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and this is how you lose the time more, which I do want to read, and I have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue right here. Then you would like this. So I liked The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I do wish that there was more in that series, because I felt like the main character was very lacking in everything, but it's okay. Anyway, I'm really curious. I think this is an enemies to lovers fantasy, but yeah, look at that cover. It's really pretty. Next, this is the add-on book. So I picked, ooh, this is a lot thicker, Rebel Witch by KhrystynaKV. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is the sequel to Heartless Hunter, which is the title of the American edition, and if you're in Europe, it's called Crimson Moth, I think. But yeah, this is a sequel, and it's the last book in that duology, and since I have the first book in the book of the month edition, I wanted this one in the book of the month edition, and I'm so excited. It is also an enemies to lovers YA fantasy. I believe it's a YA fantasy, I could be wrong, but it's like a witch hunter romance, and I love that trope, so I'm really excited to pick up the second book. And then for the free book, I ended up picking Phantasma by Kylie Smith. I believe this is also a fantasy romantasy type book. I don't know anything about it, but I've been seeing this book everywhere. On YouTube, on Instagram, on Book Talk, at Barnes & Noble, like everywhere I go, this book is there. So I finally decided to go ahead and grab it. So hopefully I can get to it this year as well. I like this quote: "The only thing deadlier than losing the game is losing your heart." Ooh. Oh, I just realized that I picked a bunch of fantasies. I have so many fantasies to read, it's so bad. Oh, and there's stuff in here. Ooh. 5 finalists rose above the rest. Oh yeah, the Phantasma book was one of the finalists for the thing, for the Lolly Awards. The Book of the Woods by Liz Moore was the one that won the Lolly Awards, but I wanted Phantasma because that was the only book that really caught my eye. And here's the disappointing bookmarks. I don't like all this blank space here. Come on. It's like a waste of paper. This one says, "Don't leave me in here." I like the quotes. I just don't like the waste of space. But yeah, those were my book of the month books. And I think I paid a total of like $25 for 3 books, you guys. Come on. So use my code if you can. Try to get the deal. I highly recommend it. But yeah, let's get back to reading because I still have not picked up our first book. Hi guys, so it's been a few hours and I thought I'd give you guys a quick update about For As Long as the Lemon Tree Grows by Zulfa Katau. I can't pronounce names once again. But anyway, this book is about a woman named, I think her name was Salama. There we go. I'll put the name up here so you guys can correct me. But so this book, right away as I started reading it, I felt very heartbroken because it's also takes place during a war in Syria. And the stuff that you're reading within this book, if this is a trigger, there are like mentions of bodies of people dying, especially children, and bombs and all of that, and it's really, really sad. And Samala, how do you pronounce it? I can't even find her name. Oh, Salama, yes. Oh my god, you guys, I'm really bad with names. It's so bad. But she wanted to become a pharmacist, but because of the war and everything, she was dragged into becoming pretty much a doctor in a hospital that's in the middle of all of this, and that's where she's at. She's trying to help as much as she can because they are short-staffed, and it is also in the middle of a war, and it's just insane. Her father and brother were also arrested for being protesting and stuff like that, and it's just literally insane. And she is just alone with her sister-in-law, who is also 7 months pregnant. And yeah, so right now the first 200 pages she is just, you know, treating patients here and there as she can. She's also trying to find a way for her and her sister-in-law to escape to Germany as refugees to, you know, keep her sister-in-law safe from the war because she's due with a baby soon. So that's just really crazy and insane. And also at the same time, she is seeing a person who we don't think is a person. She's like hallucinating this entity that is pretty much giving her a lot of anxiety and fear, and it's traumatizing her throughout the chapters as well. My theory on this entity is that our main character has a tumor, and that's why she's seeing this person and nobody else's. I could be wrong, I don't know. But she also recites flowers. Like she'll say, oh, daisies, daisies, daisies. Daisies are white with a little yellow bit in the middle, and she's trying to remember all of these flowers, how they smell, how they look, where you can grow them throughout the book, which I find really, really interesting. So I'm wondering when the lemon tree is going to be mentioned, because it hasn't been mentioned yet, and that's the title of the book. But so far, you guys, I'm really, really loving it. For a book with such a heavy topic, it is very fast-paced. I'm already on page 214, and that's like halfway through the book. I'm really, really enjoying it. I didn't think I would, because these aren't usually the type of books I gravitate towards, but I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading it because I would love to finish this today. It is a bit of a chunky book. It's like 400 pages. I guess it's not super chunky, but it's pretty chunky. But yeah, I get to go on my lunch break right now, so we're gonna do that, read and feed our little baby boy here. And yeah, but you guys, so far really, really good. And I'm sorry if I'm talking really fast, but I'm trying to get this little update for you guys as soon as possible. But I am really, really enjoying this book, and I'm really, really hungry now. So yeah, it's just, it is a really hard topic to go through, especially if you guys don't know, I am Ukrainian and there's a war going on, and it's living through that and knowing that this is happening in real life, and also reading about war going on. It's kind of hard, but the fast-paced writing does help a lot. I'm getting through this book pretty quickly. Tissues. Hi guys, so I have to speak a little bit quietly because my son just fell asleep. But I just finished As Long as Lemon Trees Grow by Zulfa Kato, and I give this book 5 out of 5 stars. This was amazing, an amazing read. Like, I was not expecting to cry because, well, my theory first of all was wrong. Honestly, if you have this book on your bookshelves or you were thinking about reading it, pick it up and read it. It was very heartbreaking, very raw, very beautifully written, and out of all the book of the month books, this is probably the one that made me cry the most. Yeah. Also, if you like Studio Ghibli, there are some Studio Ghibli references, especially from Castle in the Sky and Spirited Away, which I was kind of surprised about. One of the main character's love interest, he mentioned Studio Ghibli because he always wanted to be an animator and he always looked up to Miyazaki's work. Miyazaki is amazing, especially his movies. I know my family, we love them very much. We watch them pretty much monthly. But anyway, this was such a great book. 5 out of 5 stars. Highly recommend picking it up. I'm so glad that this was pulled for our first book of this readathon, and I can't wait to read our next book. Hopefully it's a cheerful one because I don't think I'm ready for more tears. But 5 out of 5 stars. I highly recommend picking this book up, you guys. This was amazing. But also, before you read it, do look up some triggers because it is kind of sad. So let's go grab our next read for this readathon because we still have half of today and all day tomorrow. Let's grab another yellow one. Oh my god. Winter Garden. Winter Garden by KhrystynaKV. I need to prepare myself for crying because all of her books make me cry. Fun fact, I did get this book for $1 at the public library book sale. I think like 2 years ago or last year, I don't remember. But I am excited to pick this one up next. So the book we ended up picking was Winter Garden by KhrystynaKV. And I don't know how I feel about this because we just finished a 400-page book and it took me like all day. And now we're going to be picking up another 400-page book. And KhrystynaKV, she makes me cry all the time. All of her books have made me cry. So it's like, I just cried with this one and now I'm going to cry again. Like, what is this? Why are we picking such sad books? But anyway, yeah, this is gonna be our next read. I believe this is the only KhrystynaKV book I own that I still haven't read. Well, this is what we're reading next, Winter Garden. I don't know much about this one, but once again, we are gonna go ahead and jump right in. I'm gonna try and reach the 200-page mark in this book as well before I give you guys an update. I don't think I'll be able to read 200 pages today because it's already like 5 o'clock and I have to go pick up my daughter from daycare. But we shall see. And if I don't give you guys an update today, I can totally update you guys tomorrow morning. Oh my god, this takes place in World War II in Russia. Another war book. I don't think I'm ready for this, you guys, but we're gonna jump right in. Hi guys, it's the next day. Good morning. You guys just saw me make some breakfast and it was delicious, by the way. So I want to give you guys a bit of a reading update. I did manage to read quite a bit last night. Once again, my daughter was watching one of her little toddler shows, so I was able to read quite a bit. And then she kind of got bored of it really easily, so she and my husband went down to the playroom. They were playing for like an hour, so it gave me some time to read a bit more while baby boy also took a nap, so that was really nice. But yeah, let me give you guys a quick synopsis. Here you follow two sisters named Meredith and Nina, and they have a really tough relationship with their mother. So you follow Meredith and Nina in their adulthood and how they are still struggling with the relationship with their mother. Their mother just seems to be a very cold-hearted woman who just doesn't appreciate anything and doesn't really care for their daughters or her daughters or anything like that. Like, we have no idea why her mother is like this, but my guess is she's gonna open up soon, and that's where the 1941 stories will take place. Apparently her mom loved to tell them fairy tale stories when they were little kids, and all of a sudden it just stopped. So I'm really curious what's going on. I'm guessing the mother had a really dark past because she did grow up during World War II in Russia, and she for some reason finds the cold very comforting, even though it literally turns her skin and lips blue, and that is mentioned frequently throughout this book so far. I'm on page 143, and honestly in just like an hour and a half, that's how much I read, you guys. Like, it's pretty fast paced, and that's kind of odd for a KhrystynaKV book, because usually her books tend to be slow and very in-depth with like historical fiction stuff. Her books tend to take place during historical times. So this one, I guess, is World War II in Russia. And yeah, so far that's like pretty much the synopsis. So I'm just at the part where the family has experienced a loss, and Meredith and Nina are just taking care of their mom right now and need to bond with her and figure out why she is the way she is. They think she just has depression and are also getting Alzheimer's, but we'll see. I'm really loving it. I love KhrystynaKV. She is the author I always recommend for any historical fiction if you want to get into that genre. It is a genre that I was surprised that I was really into thanks to her, but I only read her books. But yeah, also today is a cleaning day, hence the look, the ponytail look. I need to clean the bathrooms and the bedrooms of the house, so we're gonna be dressed in like gray cleaning clothes. And I do want an audiobook, so we're gonna go ahead and grab another book for this challenge because I can't get Winter Garden on audio through Libby. Libby just doesn't have it, so we're gonna pick another book, and hopefully that book we can grab on audio so I can listen to an audiobook while I'm cleaning, because the cleaning is gonna take me about 2 hours. It's time for our final pick of the readathon. So I'm stuck between a fantasy, a romance, or a thriller. Let's go with a thriller. A little audiobook pick was The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. I don't know anything about this. I know it's a thriller, and I know it takes place in the woods in a cabin with these writers who don't have any type of cell phone reception. The point of their trip is to write and discuss their writing careers as authors and whatnot, and I guess it kind of turns sinister. So I'm gonna listen to this on audiobook since I do have it on Libby, and then I'll give you guys an update as well. But my goal today is to finish hopefully both of these books. This is a 12-hour audiobook, but I tend to listen to double speed, so I'm hoping to finish it in like 6 hours. Hi guys, quick update. I am on page 211 of The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. I've been listening to the audiobook all day today while doing chores and errands and work related things. And you guys, I'm gonna unhaul it. It's just, I don't know, I'm halfway through this book. It's supposed to be a thriller, a very suspenseful, spooky type of book about these writers in this building. They're having a writer's retreat, and at the end of this retreat, one of them gets a $1 million contract with, I think her name was Rosa, who's like this famous author and whatever, and she's giving them like this amazing deal, but she's putting a lot of pressure on these writers where during their stay at this retreat they have to write like 3,000 words every single day, and they have to provide her with the writing every single night, and it's a lot of pressure on them. And I love that part of the story, and I like the commission chapters because that's the story that the main character is writing, and I just find it really, really interesting, and that's literally the only interesting part about this book. Up to this point, nothing thrilling has happened, nothing crazy has happened. The main character is just obsessing over this friendship just that kind of like didn't work like a decade ago. It's like, girl, get over it. And all this author and the main character ever kind of like comment on and talk about is boobs. Literally every chapter is like a boob comment of some sort, and it's just really annoying. I just don't care, and I don't know, I was just expecting something a bit more sinister and spooky, because that's what I thought this novel was about, and I guess that wasn't it. Like, the Rosa character I find really, really interesting, and the way the narrator gives her like this Russian accent, I just find really funny. And she's very like uptight and very strict and controlling, and she kind of scares me a little bit. A very intimidating person. So, but I love the way she's like pushing these characters, these other writers, to work hard and write to the fullest and whatever. But then everything else in this book is just kind of boring. So you guys, I don't want to waste my time, so I read half of the book already. I'm gonna go ahead and unhaul it. I don't think I'm gonna pick up another book, maybe. I don't know, it just depends how quickly I can finish Winter Garden, because I'm also halfway through that one. So we're gonna go ahead and put this one, toss this one, and go pick up Winter Garden, and then I'll give you guys an update as soon as I can. Hi guys, it's the next day. I just did some cleaning, some organizing, some reading. We got a lot done today, and I thought before I end the video, I'll open some packages with you guys, because I got a couple packages and I thought I'd share with you guys, because who doesn't love an unboxing? So let's open the first package. Look at this metallic envelope. I've been ordering a couple things off of Etsy, trying to support the small businesses, and I also ordered some makeup, so I thought I'd share that with you guys. So this came in this little wrapping. If you guys are interested in buying the same product, I will link it down below in my description box. I don't know, I ordered two things off Etsy. I don't know which one this is. It's so cutely wrapped. Oh my god, the bubble wraps are hearts. Oh, that is adorable. So I'm saving up and planning on getting a new phone next month for my birthday, and this is just one of the accessories that I want to put on my new phone. But this store has offered some free stickers, and I am a planner girly, so I do plan on using these for my planner. This is the shop, and it's just a charm. Like, look at that, that is just gorgeous. I want to keep it in here so it doesn't collect dust. Oh my god, it comes with that thing, so I don't have to get that thing now. But it is handmade, so it has like this plastic backing to put on your phone, so you can use it as a phone charm, or you can even clip it and use it as a charm for your bag. But this is how it looks like. It's just these beautiful little tulips with a blue and yellow coloring and this little bead that can go around your wrist. I hope this holds. And if it doesn't, usually homemade things like this sometimes don't, but if it doesn't, I did kind of just buy it for this charm right here. But yeah, I got this cute little wrist charm to represent my nationality. I am from Ukraine, so I wanted something blue and yellow for my phone. Next is another package. I mentioned that I also ordered some makeup, and I've wanted makeup for quite some time. I'm not a big makeup wearing person. Does that make any sense? Okay, I need scissors. But yeah, I don't really wear a lot of makeup, as you guys have noticed. I just find it so exhausting to put on and then take off. And a lot of makeup doesn't really fit for my type of skin. I have really dry skin. So like foundations, powders, some concealers, and some contouring. Anything powdery just makes my face look really chalky, and I don't like that. So I often avoid makeup, but I did want to buy something that is a bit very creamy, moisturizing, and that can help me cover up some of the red spots and the dark circles that I have now because I am a mom of 2. And so I saw this on this makeup's website, and I'll link it down below for you guys as well, and it's called the Minimalistic Stick, which I like that because it's supposed to have like the foundation, contouring, concealer all in one for you, so all you need is this one stick for your face. But this is the makeup bag. See, I just don't find it very like convenient. Like you just tie it, like it's not really gonna keep, it's like a little sack, but I have a makeup bag and it zips up, and I prefer that over something like this. I just don't find this user-friendly for what I need. So I will go ahead and donate the free makeup bag. So I did order 3 different products, and it's really hard to order makeup online when you don't like the shading. The shades that they show online don't always 100% go with the shade of your skin because of the screen brightness and everything. So I'm really worried that it's not gonna fit. But this is the brush, and you guys, it is the softest thing. It feels like a kitten. Here's the brand. Once again, none of this is sponsored because your girl ain't that popular. Next is the Minimalistic Stick. Open it. Ooh. Oh. So it looks like that. I hope it like fits my can tell if there it is. It's really smooth. I think it might go with my face. I'm gonna have to test it out. Oh, and it spins. Okay, that's nice. I'm gonna have to test it out. Oh, it has no smell to it. I hate the makeup smell that smelly smell. But this feels really nice so far. It like blended with my skin, so I'm hoping I picked the right shade. But we're gonna test this out probably next weekend when I hang out with my bestie Louisa. I might do like a little makeup look and book shopping vlog with you guys or something. If you guys are curious of the shade, I bought Bone in the Minimalistic Stick because I do have a very pale complexion. And then this blush is in the shade Beverly Hills here, and then there it is. Wow, that is very like whoop. It's very light, you guys. My camera can't even focus on it. So that is what I got there. And now time for the wrap up. So the first book we started and finished was As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow by Zulfa Cow, and I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. Really good, highly recommend it. Please look up the trigger warnings before you read it because there are mentions of war, blood, child loss, and death, a lot of death. But besides that, this was really good. I did cry a little bit because the ending was not what I expected. Amazing read. Next, we ended up picking up Winter Garden by Kristen Hanna, and I'm giving this book 4 out of 5 stars. This was really good in the beginning. This is probably one of her most fast-paced books that I've read, but I will say it was really good, and then I kind of felt like it was a bit dragged out, and I kind of wanted the story to get to the point, and then it had a wonderful ending. but I did really enjoy this one. This one did kind of feel very similar to Home because of some of the Slavic references. But besides that, I really enjoyed it. KhrystynaKV is a great author. I highly recommend checking out her books. And if you do want to get into historical fiction and you don't know where to start, read The Nightingale by KhrystynaKV. That's the one that got me into her books and historical fiction. And then we did pick up the audiobook for The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. And this is the book I decided to unhaul. It was not my cup of tea. I did not enjoy it. I like the idea of it, and I like the character Rosa, but at the same time I just ended up finding her annoying and repetitive, and then I find the main character very obsessive. It wasn't interesting. I felt like the story wasn't going anywhere. So, unhauling. So that was what the books that I read past couple days, and I am tired. I just can't believe we picked 3 400-page books. My son wants to be a part of this video. Well, let's update our numbers. So we started off this vlog with 54 physical books and 274 Goodreads TBR books. And now we are at 53 physical TBR books and 281 Goodreads TBR books. You guys, that Goodreads TBR list keeps going up, and I can't stop adding books that people recommend to me. I should probably do like a unhaul, like go through all the books and clean them out, because maybe some of them I'm not even that interested in. I just add them because people said, hey, this is good, add it to your list, and I do that. I gotta stop doing that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of our Read It or Unhaul It series. Please subscribe if you want to see more content from me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!